Good morning, everyone. This is an audio recording for the visually impaired student from the book Organic Chemistry by Dr. S.N. Dhawan. Unit 10 Steroids, Terpenoids, and Alkaloids. Steroids. Introduction. Steroids are a group of structurally related compounds which are widely distributed in animals and plants. These include sterols, vitamin D, bile acid, a number of sex hormones, and adrenal cortex hormone. The structure of these steroids are based upon 1,2-cyclopentanophyllanthrin nucleus. Here the structure of 1,2-cyclopentanophyllanthrin. In fact, a steroids may be defined as any compound which gives among other products Dils hydrocarbon 3-methylcyclopentanophyllanthrin on dehydration with selenium at 633 Kelvin is at 360 degrees Celsius. However, if the dehydrogenation is carried out at a higher temperature is at 693 Kelvin 420 degrees Celsius, steroids mainly gives crysine along with a small amount of pyrene. Steroid on reaction with selenium at 633 Kelvin gives Dils hydrocarbon and other product. Steroids on reaction with selenium at 693 Kelvin gives crysine, a major product. Another name of this product is 1,2-benchphenanthrin and another product is pyrene, which is minor, and its IUPAC name is 1,2,7,8-dibenchphenanthrin. As shown above, Dils hydrocarbon, crysine and pyrene are all polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbon. Classification of steroids. Some important classes of steroids along with their representative examples are briefly described below. First one is sterols. Sterols are crystalline compound and contain one alcoholic group. They occur in animals and plant soil and fats either free or as esters of higher fatty acid. They are broadly classified into three categories. First is zoosterols. Sterols which are obtained from animal source are called zoosterols. For example, cholesterol, cholestanol, 5-alpha cholestanol, 3-beta-ol, and coprostanol, 5-beta cholestanol, 3-beta-ol. Here the structure of cholesterol and cholestanol and coprostanol. Second is phytosterol. Sterols which are obtained from plants are called phytosterols. For example, stigmasterols and beta-cytosterol. Here the structure of stigmasterols and beta-cytosterols. Third is mycosterols. Sterols which are obtained from yeast and fungi are called mycosterols. For example, ergosterols. Here the structure of ergosterols is given. The classification is however not rigid since some sterols are obtained from more than one source. Cholesterol. The molecular formula of cholesterol is C27H46O. This is the sterols of higher animals. It occurs either free or as fatty ester in all animal cells, particularly in the brain and spinal cords. It was first isolated from human gallstones, which consist almost entirely of cholesterol. The main source of cholesterol are the fish, liver oil, and the brain and spinal cords of cattle. Lanolin, the fat from wool, is a mixture of cholesterol, palmitate, steroids, and oleate. It is also present in significant quantities in egg yolk. Cholesterol is a white crystalline solid. Melting point is 422 Kelvin, is at 149 degrees Celsius. It is optically active and optical activity is 39 degree in dextro form. In fact, cholesterol has 8 chiral carbon atom. For example, 3, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 17 and 20, and hence has 2 raised to power 8 is equal to 256 stereoisomers, and cholesterol is one of these. Look at the structure of cholesterol. It consists of a side chain containing 8 carbon and a nucleus containing 19 carbon atom. The nucleus consists of 4 rings designed as A, B, C and D, beginning from the 6-membered ring on the left. The nucleus also contains 2 angular methyl group at C10 and C13. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is also called antirachitic vitamin. It is essential for bone formation. It is also control the calcium and phosphorus metabolism. Vitamin D, more precisely vitamin D2, was obtained by photochemical irradiation of ergosterols. Thus, ergosterols is provitamin D2. Vitamin D2 is also called ergocalciferol. Here the structure of ergosterols is given, and which is in equilibrium with pre-ergocalciferol, and after heating 1,7 hydrogen transfer we get ergocalciferol or vitamin D2. Bile acids. Bile is a secretion of the liver and is stored in the gallbladder. The bile acid occur in the bile of most of animal as amide with either glycine NH2CH2COOH or taurine NH2CH2SO3H. The bile acid occur as sodium salt and they act as emulsifying agent in the intestinal tract. In other words, fats which are insoluble in water are rendered soluble by bile acids which emulsify them. As a result, fats are absorbed in the intestine. Most of the bile acids are hydroxy derivative of either 5-beta cholinic acid and 5-alpha cholinic acid. Here the structure of 5-beta cholinic acid or cholinic acid, and another structure is 5-alpha cholinic acid and allocholinic acid. About 20 natural bile acids have been characterized and many others are synthetic. The position of the hydroxyl group are any of the following: 3, 6, 7, 11, 12 and 23, and in all of the natural bile acid, the configuration of the hydroxyl group are alpha. Some of the most important bile acid are: name, cholic acid, position of hydroxyl group 3-alpha, 7-alpha and 12-alpha, sources man and ox. Deoxycholic acid, position of hydroxyl group is 3-alpha, 12-alpha and source is man and ox. Lithocholic acid, the position of hydroxyl group is 3-alpha and the sources is man and ox. Canodocoxycholic acid, the position of hydroxyl group is 3-alpha, 7-alpha and the source is man, ox and hen. Alpha hydroxycholic acid, the position of hydroxyl group is 3-alpha, 6-alpha and the source is pig. The structure of the three most important bile acid are here: cholic acid, deoxycholic acid and lithocholic acid. Sex hormone. Hormones are organic substance secreted by endocrine ductless gland acting at a site other than that of their origin. They are required in very little amount for their physiological function in the body. Classification. Although the hormones are not related chemically, they can be grouped together on the basis of their similar physiological activity. About 80 such compounds are known, of which about half have a steroid nucleus while the other half are non-steroidal in character. Steroidal hormones are of two types: sex hormones and adrenocortical hormones. Sex hormones are steroids which are responsible for primary sexual process and secondary characteristics such as voice, hair, texture of skin, etc., which differentiate males from females. They are produced in gonads, testes in the male and ovaries in the female. Sex hormones are of following three types. Estrogens are female sex hormones which control the menstrual cycle in women. Representative examples are estrogen, estradiol 17 beta and estriols. Androgens are male sex hormone. Important examples are testosterone, androsterone. Gastrogens are the hormones of the corpus luteum. Tissues of the ovary colored yellow by carotene. These are responsible for maintenance of pregnancy. Representative examples are progesterone, pregnenolone and pregnenolone. Adrenocortical hormone. These are produced in the cortex of the adrenal gland. These are 29 in numbers and are collectively referred to as corticoids. Corticoids have many physiological functions, but their main functions are the carbohydrates and the protein metabolism and the control of the balance of water and electrolytes. Some important examples are cortisone, corticosterones and 11-deoxycorticosterone.